I thought what I'd do was starting out this live stream is maybe do some keyword research. Maybe you can get some benefits from the keywords that I'm going to find and use in order to do the project that I have planned out, which honestly I have done the project ahead of time. I worked on it a little bit all this last week. And as you can see, it is about pet peeves or maybe a spouse diary, that type of thing. Where I thought that this would be a benefit would be like in marriage counseling, bridal showers, those type of areas. You could even use it to get to know each other, or maybe get to introduce your significant other, which is going to be your spouse, to your family. And anyways, it could be a positive, or of course it could be a negative in a document in a journal style. And actually it could be, when you talk about positive, it could be humorous. So there's a lot of different categories, different types of avenues you can go down that road with introducing the words pet peeve. All right. Okay. So let's get into the keyword research, some of the thoughts that I have on that. And I just typed in like spouse journal. And we're going to hit go get them rocket, see what happens, see if there's any more. Nope, wasn't any more of that. And let's see what we had. Competitive score, there's 20, which is pretty good. Doesn't look like, monthly estimated Amazon searches, there's 1,549. Which doesn't seem to be enough. Tells you the estimated number of people who type that phrase into Amazon per month. It could be more, or maybe you're just happy with adding that keyword, spouse journal, into your title or tags, or maybe even just making that, the theme of your journal or your book. It looks like there's an average monthly sales or earnings at $41. Average price, of course, is $11, and there's just over 1,200 or more of competitors for that keyword. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and expand this out and see what is out there and available. Half of my heart is deployed. Looks like Air Force wife, deployment journal. That would be unleash categories. Yeah, that would be pretty interesting. Questions for couples journal. That's what really got me thinking about the whole pet peeves. What annoys you about your spouse, or what do you celebrate about your spouse, or partner. Questions for couples journal. It looks like it makes a significant amount of monthly sales, which is about 15,547. Let's see, daily sales, right? Yeah. This estimated daily sales for the book, is about 676. And of course, there's just all kinds of information there. The story of us, that definitely would resonate with the theme of being, pet peeve or spouse type journal. A year of us. And it looks like I say, there's a lot of opportunity. Now, this is where I'm going to tell you that you don't necessarily have to have a tool like this. I'm using Publisher Rocket. If you need to know more about Publisher Rocket, or curious, or just want to check it out, go to publisherrocket.com. It's a software where you only pay once, and there's no subscription, there's no anything like that. It just gives you all the type of data that maybe you're looking for and wanting to see and validate through the research process of KDP books, or in some cases even printables. So but like I said, you don't need this tool. You can use the 3R method that Jenny Hunt teaches, and it is totally fine. You're going to find those niches, you're going to find those sweet spots, what's going to pass or fail, and you're also going to find some other keywords that are going to be available in the Amazon search bar. Okay, back to Publisher Rocket, back to getting to some other ideas, and looks like Blindsided Notebook. Of course, there isn't any sales there. Letters to My Husband in Heaven journal. That's kind of interesting. One Question a Day for You and Me. Ooh, I like this. Daily Reflections for Couples. All right. So this would be, definitely a category and a set of keywords that I would definitely be checking out. Like daily reflections for couples. That may be quite a broad term. You may need to niche that down. But one question a day for you and me. That's pretty interesting. Let's go ahead and check this out. Maybe we can see what is there and available with a look inside. See how that is laid out. Kind of get some inspiration, ideas, and then we'll go from there. Okay, let's go ahead and do the look inside. Just kind of get an idea and layout of what this book looks like. Looks like a 3-year journal, which is pretty nice. Daily reflections for couples. Oh, look at that. I really like this layout. It's very basic. Year, of course. January 1. January 2. What can you as a couple do better this year? Now I can see why this is so popular. It's very nice. Very nicely laid out. Very simple. All right. So we'll keep that in our back of the burner. Ideas and thoughts. One question a day. And definitely has quite a few good reviews. Well, quite a few number of ratings and reviews. So, all right, let's get back to Publisher Rocket. Like I said, we can see why that is selling so well. $860 in the category. Price is $11.98. Roughly, monthly sales is $19,783. So, very nice, very good. Looks like how to help your spouse heal from our gratitude journal. 52 weeks of love, mindfulness, letters to your husband, all kinds of thoughts and ideas there. All right, so let's go ahead and do another search. Now we don't need to do the competition analyzer. Let's go ahead and do another search. Keyword search. New search here. And let's do spouse. Let's see what we find here. Of course, it's a bummer. 7 competitors. Average monthly earnings 8,000. Competition monetarily competitive. How to listen with intention. Yeah, let's go over to another keyword search here and let's see what we can find with marriage. Still another bummer. Not a whole lot here. Pet peeve marriage. Just for Rants journal notebook. That's kind of funny. I have so many pet peeves I can open the zoo. Of course, we're looking over here, unleash the categories. The daily sales, monthly sales, doesn't look like there's a whole lot there. Yeah. So let's do another keyword research here. This is another bummer. The estimated Amazon searches per month is 2,266, which is a good number. The average monthly earnings for this keyword being researched is on Spouse Habit Tracker. The average price is 14. Average monthly earnings is 10,187 roughly, and the competitive score is 40. So this is definitely a road that I would go down and checking out. Spouse Habit Tracker. Again, it gets into the spouse diary. You could even go further, like I said, pet peeve, spouse pet peeves, journal, diary, that type of thing. And just yeah, kind of going mild to wild on that. Clear habit journal, plus size, which I like that. I mean, curious to know what the plus size is. It giant text? Build better habits to reach your goals. Habit tracker journals, the mental toughness handbook. All kinds of interesting ideas and thoughts. Cash is king. All right, so let me go back up here. I really like this A Year of Us, a couples journal. I want to go check that out. Just kind of curious of what that would show as far as opportunities. Okay, let's go ahead and check out the inside and just see what that looks like. And here we go. One question a day to spark fun and meaningful conversations. To Mike. Interesting. Introduction. Looks like, what's your idea of a special weekend together and why? Looks like we have different types of rating systems. I really like how this is laid out. And it gives you a answer key up here. Future goals, dreams, play, sexuality, philosophical, psychological, past and present. So I really like how that is laid out, ideas, and then of course you come up with these type of questions. And again, this is something of a writing prompt book. This is totally doable and very easy to come up with these type of questions and ideas. So I'm going to go from here. I'm just going to cut this short on doing the research. But you can see, I mean, there was some definite good opportunities. Showed you two different books that you could look at, and one is One Question a Day for You and Me, Daily Reflections for a Couple, and of course A Year of Us. So yeah, you can definitely check that out. This is the lighter part of what project I'm going to be creating during Livestream, but it's all good. It's all good. So let's go ahead and get to the project and create some interesting things. And of course, as you can see, I always like to start now, anyways, developing in my workflow these questions. Basically what I do is I use my writing assistant, which is Jarvis, but you can also find all kinds of questions on the internet and kind of glean some of that information from the internet. But this is what I like to do, is come up with a spreadsheet, all different kinds of questions using my writing assistant. Jarvis, and even some own personal type of different types of questions I'm going to input into my printables or into the pages, interiors of my KDP books. But in the case, I want to be giving you the full disclosure in the case that you want to know actually is I am not publishing any of this material out there in books or printables. This is content that I am either giving or selling, and so that's there's no competition for me. I'm just creating this as content to share with you folks to get you thinking and get you working towards creating income streams using printables and KDP books in your business or businesses. So that being said, like I said, this is a list of different questions. I originally titled this because I was going to be working on eating habit, pet peeves. That really didn't show a whole lot of opportunity at the moment. So when I was doing that type of research and stuff. So anyways, I think I got up to 209 different types of questions, which is a lot. It's a lot to ponder through and look through. Yeah, my partner always leaves their dirty dishes in the sink and refuses to wash them. Yep. Who can say amen to that? I know I definitely can. They don't eat vegetables. I mean, just all kinds of different ideas and opportunities. So that's where I like to start. I like to start with collecting, again, the questions, putting them in a spreadsheet. And then I'm going to show you how I import those using Adobe Illustrator. I did for the project files that I'm sharing on the Gumroad page, or on my Gumroad page, I did that in InDesign. But I think what I'm going to go ahead and do for this live stream tutorial training is show you how you can do it in Adobe Illustrator and kind of go from there. So alrighty, let's go ahead and head over to Adobe Illustrator and get to working. Okay, what I will end up doing is, starting out with my document, which I'm using 8.5 by 11. It seems to work out the best for me. You can always find a book or a printable size that would work best for you, but I'm going to start with 8.5 by 11, and I only have one artboard. Only need one artboard at this moment, and the size is 300 ppi that I'll be working with. So. I have the document. It's all open. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and import the, excuse me, I want to keep calling it the Excel spreadsheet, but it's the Google sheet or the CSV sheet, which, which is a spreadsheet. So I'm going to go ahead and import that really quick into Adobe Illustrator. If you're not familiar with how to go about doing that, I'm going to show you really quick. You go to Window, and then you're going to scroll on down to you find variables. And then once you go to variables, you can go to import. And you find your questions, or your CSV file or your Google Sheet file or Excel spreadsheet file. And I'm going to go ahead and hit open. And you can see I have that there. Now, what I need to do is I need to come up with some sort of text to attach that data to. So I'm just going to type in question. And it doesn't mean anything. It's just something I need to attach this spreadsheet to populate all those questions in on that spreadsheet. And let's see, get this centered up nice and easy. And okay, so then what I'll do is I'll highlight the word question. I'll attach this variable to it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to where it says make text dynamic. And then once we have done that, we can see from here we have our data set, which Scroll on down. Hopefully you can see here it's like 209 questions. So I'm going to go ahead to 209 questions. There's the 209th question, and you can see that this is kind of funky. You know, it's really too big. So we're going to go ahead and size it down to where it is more manageable. And actually, let me go ahead and do this so we have a better feel for it. All right. That still doesn't look right. So what we can do is we can delete that, start all over. Let's draw out a text box. It's a little bit easier. And then we'll go to 24-point font. I'll type in question. What is it? It's doing that. It's kind of funky. So we'll go to character. I'll try and figure out what's going on. It's always interesting when you're trying to do things recorded or live stream it. You always seem to run into little problems. Oh, there it is. Okay. Just had it on my other screen. Alright, so we're going to go with the character set, and what we can do is we can try and monkey around with this. Oh, alright. So I'll put that over there for a second. Let's try this again. Question. Try a different font. How's that? Okay. Still is not right. Okay, so take that. We'll bring the bounding box bigger. Center it. Alright, so let's see what it does. Current values have not been captured and will be discarded. Yes. Okay, what I have here is I'm going to, I've imported my, actually let me back up. I've loaded my variable library, which is that CSV file, which I have here is the pet peeve questions. And so I've already loaded that in. And what I need to do is I need to create a text box. So I'm just going to grab my type tool here in Illustrator. I'm just going to draw a box. And it's going to put my text cursor in the middle because I have it set here at the top in my paragraph panel is aligned to center. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the word questions, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and assign this variable here, questions, to that text. And let's see, you can see here that pulled in that CSV file. Boy, that's a tongue twister, isn't it? And has created all the questions for us. All right. Now, in the templates that I've shared in my Gumroad account, which you have limited time to download those for free, and to download those for free, all you need to do is type in the number 0 where a price would be, and then just go ahead and hit the button that says I want this, and then you can go ahead and download that and have that available to you. But there is a limited amount of space for me to have put all the questions in a document for you, so just kind of go through those files, but you do have the whole entire spreadsheet, access to the spreadsheet with all the 209 questions available. So you can go ahead and expand upon that and pick and choose which ones work for you and which ones don't, and that sort of thing. So there you have that. Does he pee in the shower? That's so gross. Yeah, so I mean, there's just all kinds of questions in there. And let's go ahead and draw out some lines for comments that, or not comments, but for information that could be written down in this journal. I'm going to go ahead and size this together, put this align to middle. Going to go to my stroke. Could increase the stroke size. Let's go ahead and do a 1 point. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and duplicate that by holding the Option button until it gets the little arrow there, little white arrow, and then Command D to duplicate that. And there you have it. Very simple, very easy to achieve. And then you can also put in, whatever you'd want. Maybe you want to put a title in, like I had done, spouse diary, spouse pet peeve diary. Okay, so we have that, and we'll go ahead and center this. Increase the font size to 36. Maybe make that a bold if you wanted to. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and leave that as a template for you guys. Like I said, go to that link that I shared in the live stream at the beginning of it, as well as in the email that you may have received. So go from there. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and head out of my computer, and we can talk about more ideas, answer questions, any type of thing like that. I know this is pretty quick, but yeah. Anyways, let's get to some questions. All right.